Hi Fiber friends, Nicole here from Loom Studios. Today we are starting part 3 of the beginner knitter challenge. We are going to make the rib stitch. This is another way of combining the knit and purl stitch. In our last video we did a stockinette, so you would knit across one side, purl across the next. We are going to alternate. There are a few different ways to make the rib stitch. I am going to show 2x2 and 1x1 ribbing. The numbers with 1x1 and 2x2 ribbing indicate how many stitches you knit and how many stitches you purl in the repeating pattern. So this is a 1-to-1 rib where I knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one across the row. This one is a 2x2 rib where I knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2. Let's head over to my desk and I'll show you how to get it done. We're going to get started doing the 1x1 rib. This is where you knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one. So we can see in our rib stitch we have the lines of V's, and if you pull it apart, the lines of purl bumps. Following the V's and purl bumps will help show you what stitch you need to do if you lose track in your pattern. If you're on top of a V, you're going to knit. If you're on top of a bump, you're going to purl. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, we can see our first stitch here is a purl bump, followed by a knit V, so I'm going to purl. Sticking my needle in here. Now my next stitch is going to be a knit, so I'm going to put my yarn in the back, come in, wrap around and off, and now to purl, I'm bringing the yarn back in front, so I'm just sliding it back and forth between the needles when I'm knitting and purling. To the back, knit, and I'm just going to keep doing this all the way across the row. The main thing is to remember to move the yarn to the back to knit and to the front to purl. Otherwise you're going to end up adding a bunch of extra stitches that you do not want. And there we have it, our 1x1 rib stitch. Now that we've finished our 1x1, we're going to switch over and I'm going to show you how to do 2x2. So you can see here, knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2 with my knit V's and my purl bumps. Okay, I can see here that my first 2 stitches have these purl bumps. So I'm going to purl 2 and then knit 2. I'm coming in here. Purl 2. Bring the yarn to the back to knit, knit 2, bring the yarn to the front, purl 2, knit 2, bring the yarn in front, purl 2, I'm going to keep knitting in this pattern until the end of the row. There we have our 2x2 rib. Comment below if you have any questions or any video suggestions for what you want to learn next. Thanks so much for joining me today where we learned the 1x1 and 2x2 rib stitch. Keep making swatches for the beginner knitter challenge and we will learn how to sew them together super soon. So